All right, people. What is popping? What is going on? How's everybody feeling today? This is Suge. I had a message to put out, and as I was pulling out my cards, because I had to pull my cards back out. I've been resting. I've been going through things. I've been flowing. I've been parenting with the co-parenting with the universe. Striving to deal with Most High's misbehaved little children. You feel me? And right now I got 44:30 on the clock to speak. But I'm going to tell y'all this. Many of us may not be in the best spaces. And Most High was basically saying to me, like, as long as we keep remaining in alignment with doing righteous things, 44 on the clock, as long as we remain righteous, we have no need to clean up our karma. We have no need to, if we're going to give, we give them because that's what we do. You know what I mean? Not because of what anybody expects for us to do. And when I was pulling out my cards, I pulled out Queen Nandy. So if y'all give me a second, 1 minute, y'all, I'm pulling from my Abiola Abrams deck, my African Goddess Rising book. And I already called divine protection over me. I'm already protected. I already know I am. And Source already gave me the green light to speak what I need to speak. But I wanted to just share with y'all something real quick, because let me tell you something. Us as melanated, Black, indigenous women or men, whatever you choose to resonate with, whatever your soul is wanting you to be, that's on you. I don't have any dealings with that. So, understand and overstand, I am just a messenger. And Queen Nandy is a 35 card, which is an 8. 8 is infinite abundance, right? So know this. It's okay to be triggered. Because, see, when you triggered, it triggers your superpower. And when I was pulling my decks out, I got a little triggered by a certain situation. I'll probably share it along a little later on in the story, but it's a little irrelevant. I'm not even going to give anybody the glory to shine on that. But as I was pulling my cards, I seen Queen Nandy of intuition. If y'all ever watch Shaka Zulu, then y'all understand and overstand what it is that I'm saying. But she is the temple, she's the queen in the temple of fire. And it says Queen Nandy was the mother of warrior king Shaka Zulu. His father's royal family first rejected her. They said that she wasn't pregnant and her belly resulted from a Ishaka beetle sting. But Nandy knew her son would be great before he was born. So with that being said, when we know that what we have and what we gave birth to is designed for greatness, we have to ask Most High to intervene in certain spaces. We got to call our spirit team in to intervene in certain spaces, And it just says, you got to walk with the fact of saying, yes, I am knowing. I am clear seeing. I am clear knowing. Because I'm not going to hold y'all up. I felt like something like Lilu from Fifth Element, right? Remember how, if you ever seen the movie Fifth Element, Lilu came down to this planet to help. You know what I'm saying? And she was guided to go to different places. She was guided to a Catholic dude, you know what I mean, who was supposed to feed her and make sure that she received what she needed to receive. But at the same time, she was just guided by so many things. And let me stay on track, though. So she was looking at all the war online, all the foolish shit, all the craziness. And she was like, why do I want to help these people? That's basically that's what I was getting from the movie. Like, why do I want to help these people if all they do is want war? But at the same time, when I asked Source the same question, Source was like, you're not doing it for the people that want war. You're doing it for the people that deserve peace. You deserve peace. We deserve peace. I deserve peace. We deserve to live our life in peace, right? Thank you, Spirit. But I said I'm going to show it when I feel like showing up. We all going through things. You know what I'm saying? We all flowing through things. But I realized that there was a lot of things coming against my energy. And I had to look at my life and say, you know what, God? Most High, I know I've been giving a lot of my time, my energy, and effort to certain things that probably don't even serve my highest good because they want to receive a blessing off of me. And at the same time, Jumbi Mass just popped out. Nigami, desire. So at the same time, I was sitting here like, all right, Most High, maybe because I'm not a person that likes to do wicked shit to people. That's not my thing. I'm not here to hurt nobody. That's not my thing. I'm here to be neutral and strive to be understanding and overstanding of my own self while also dealing with the outside population. But one thing I do know, y'all, is that sometimes people will do things to trigger you because they know what they're doing. And let me tell you something, that is the most narcissistic trait Most High God said that anyone can carry. And those type of things cause issues in people's lives, no matter what you may be feeling right now. You might be feeling defeated. You might be feeling powerless. You might be feeling, what's the word I'm looking for? You might be feeling unaccepted. And that's okay, because long as you accept yourself, my love, you don't give a fuck about who don't accept you no more. Excuse my language, but it is what it is. You know, I strive to speak from a space of clarity, you know, and the way this world is right about now, we can't protect or hide. Well, not say can't protect because we already protected, but we can't hide things from our children. You know what I mean? I don't live that holy art than thou life. That ain't never been me. But Most High God knows that I love Most High. And as long as you love Most High, it don't matter what anybody thinks of you. You know, because I know, especially with single mothers, this is for the single mothers, 555 on the clock. A lot of single mothers will get villainized. And I don't know if you ever recall watching that movie, Legion. And it was about Archangel Michael, the story of Archangel Michael. And he had to fight his brother because, who was Gabriel at the time. He had to fight his brother because he was assigned to protect a pregnant woman. This pregnant woman smoked cigarettes. This pregnant woman worked in a diner. You know what I mean? And she was left to care for a child on her own. And then Archangel Michael sent her somebody who will protect her and that child. Let me tell you something. Anytime anybody attempts to utilize influences, that shit is a false structure that winds up being burned down. It gets burned down through all type of situations. And let me tell you one thing I do know. We make mistakes on our path because we don't know. We have to forgive ourselves for that. Because me personally, when I was on my started to awaken, I was on my path, I had so much in my energy. Especially when I was in Arizona, I had so much in my energy striving to control and manipulate the gift. And Most High said, anybody that manipulated your gift, or either my gift, your gift, whatever, however this choose to resonate with you, all those masks are being ripped off. All those false illusions that they try to put out is being ripped off. And when it's all said and done, we have to trust that Most High is working exactly the way Most High needs to work. And I had to, when I seen this certain situation today, I didn't have any hate towards it. I might have been a little pissed off because of the situation, you know, because I shared certain things and I trusted, you know, certain people. But let me tell you something. Most High God said if they don't make that shit right, when you give somebody your trust and you at your most vulnerable part of your life, you at your most vulnerable state of your life, and somebody choose not to be there for you, oh, Most High God said it's going to be karma 1,000-fold on them and their children. And we don't like to, I'm just a messenger, you know what I'm saying? But we don't like to put these messages out, but sometimes those messages got to come out. Because people think that it's okay to harm other people's children. People think it's okay to abuse women and children. People think it's okay to do that shit. You know? And what I say to you like this is, trust the process. You know? I remember when I was a young girl, I watched this movie with Jodie Foster and called The Accused. And she was accused of being too sexy because she was dancing. And these men had literally raped her on a pinball machine, on a gaming device. And she wound up, it was hard, it was a hard road for her, but she wound up getting her justice. She wound up receiving everything that she deserved at the end of that story. And I will never forget that as a little girl, because I know, like, I was a little girl that was touched, that was raped, that was disrespected, that was violated, and I didn't know how to articulate what I was feeling at the time. I know the part of me was angry or pissed off and mad, and I had every right to be. And I heard Spirit say, as you should be. But at the same time, I had to realize, wait a minute, let me not allow any of this stuff to consume me. Let me not allow anyone else's, you know, petty energy to consume me, because I strive not to walk in a petty mindset. I strive not to walk in a jealous mindset. I don't carry those type of things. But when you piss me off, that's a whole nother. When you purposely attempt to try to piss me off, then that's a whole different fucking ball game. Because then I got to call in divine righteous justice and judgment on the situation. And then I got to call in all of my ancestors, all of my angels, all of my archangels, every system that works well with me. Okay? That's of the purest energy, the highest light, from the east, west, north, and south, from every galaxy dimension. I have to call them in from the up and the down, because most people think that when they utilizing certain practices to harm other people, that shit ain't gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? If you here to be a healer and don't hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I do know is that there's a higher authority, 10 on the clock, that covers us. You know, it's a higher authority that covers us. It's a bigger authority that covers us. When Oya just came out. She wanted to come out. Thank you, Oya. I know she got a message. Yes, I do. Well, the message was, storms are coming in people's lives who fucked up and had to find out by messing with you. When your heart is pure, you genuine, you strive to help, and then people just want to think that they can take your essence. Nah, I call all of that back. See, when people think that you're in a low, vulnerable state, they think it's okay to play with you until God take over. See, most people think that they're bigger than the Most High. I will never claim to think I'm bigger than the Most High. You know why? Because I've seen Most High do too many amazing things for me and my loved ones. Even at my most down state, Most High has always carried and covered me. You know, and I think that sometimes Most High puts me in places for a reason. Do I always know? No, I don't. Thank you, Source, for protecting my hands and protecting my space. Where's my water at? But it's been a lot of energy trying to come at my crown, and I've been trying to clear it out. And then Most High said, let me handle the rest. You just sit down. I got you. You know, sit down and I got you. Because most people, when they see you at your down state, they don't know who the fuck you was before you got there. And sometimes it's that person that you were before that will save you now in your present body, is what I heard. Don't know what that means for everybody. But let me pull out my yogi stuff here, because I got some quotes here. Because, you know, when I have my teas and everything, it says, made with love. You need to know that you're made with love and celebrate your successes and failures. Both require great courage. You know, you got to believe in yourself. And also understand that silence is not an absence, but a presence. You know? And I said to myself, was I going to be silent on this situation? And I might just cancel the contract that I said that I was going to do. And it's okay to cancel certain contracts. Because all you got to do is say, Most High Source, I want and need you to cancel every contract that you do not want to manifest or to take root in my dream state, awakened state, and in my reality. Because let me tell you something. You could be pretty. You could be pretty on the outside and wicked on the inside, is what Source said. But if you're wicked on the inside, may you find peace. And just what came out, Mayat, giving and receiving. Baby. And then Allah, grief, is what I pulled out as well. So, as I'm getting these messages, thank you, Source. Thank you, Spirit Team. Mayat is saying that we have to recreate balance. We have to do things in a different way. You know, and sometimes our way is not the way. We have to ask for the way. Show me the way, Most High, and how you want me to move. Show me, Most High, on the way and how you want me to move forward and do what it is that you want me to do. Well, I'm here to do what I came to do, because I came here to do what you would like for me to do. But then Most High Source said, nah, it ain't what I'd like for you to do. It's what you want to do, and then I'm going to work well with you to orchestrate all of that. All you have to do is ask. Ain't that something? So it ain't no need to wear a bunch of masks, because you know why? The ancestors is always working. You can show your face if you choose to. You can choose not to. You know? But your desires, no one can come against that. Anybody that try to come against your desires, Most High gonna send you better. You know? And we have to realize that. You know? It's okay to let things go. Sometimes people attempt to cause storms in your life to try to sabotage your love life, your health, everything. And you know what that winds up happening? It winds up returning right back to the sender, and Most High God be having to handle it. And then they be trying to understand why the house is shaking around and why things is happening. You know why? Because y'all fucking touched the wrong anointed one, said Source. Touch the wrong anointed one and get fucked up, said Source. I'm pulling from my Starseed deck right now, y'all. Let's see whether the cards come out. Thank you, Spirit. But yeah, It's okay to take a little vacation. It's okay to take a little breather. You know, it's okay to do all of that. We ain't here to know it all. But one thing we can say is thank you, Most High God, for everything. And I will never work with anything or anyone that attempt to abuse my emotional, mental, spiritual, physical body or my children. I will never work with them. That was my side note. Because, see, people know who we are. They know we work with the light. But it's their darkness in them that try to make them do stupid, petty shit. And then they get fucked up later on. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all beautiful men out there who are amazing. Shout out to you beautiful women out there who are amazing. Be mindful of motherfuckers dressed in pretty dresses and pretty suits, because they will come in to try to fucking get you to freaking do shit that you didn't even know that you was being tricked into doing. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the gods and the goddesses and the empresses and emperors and all the beautiful ones that have good intentions. You know what I'm saying? But I remember meeting somebody and the bitch told me, peace, you know, please forgive me for saying that word, Most High God. I'm working on myself. How petty people can be, you know? I don't compete for no dick. I don't do that. Excuse my language. I'm not competing for a man. I'm not competing for none of that. Because let me tell you something. When you've been the first, you will always be the first. And it's not an egoic thing. I've always been the first. I'm a 16 on the clock. I've been a part of the first wives club, not the second wives club, but the first. And if somebody can't see you as the first and they choose not to work with you, then it's what it is. But if you want to make your karma right and do what it is that you need to do, you know, to clear things out, then do that too. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the moment somebody think it's okay to get you fucked up, I promise you, Source gonna come in like a wildfire and snatch everything back that someone attempted to try to take from you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we gotta close out certain cycles. And sometimes I know even with me, I have a hard time closing out certain cycles because I genuinely, authentically be loving people. I be authentic and genuine about it. And then other people be wicked and they got wicked intentions because they're like, oh, her purpose is mine. No, motherfuckers, my purpose is mine. Your purpose is yours. May you find peace with it. But it says, trust the timing. Trust the waves you came in on. Time is not running out. So anybody that try to fearmonger you into thinking that your time is running out, nah, that shit, and it's not your time that's running out. It's the old ass freaking bullshit cycle that's being canceled and running out. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like restart, refresh, renewal is what Most High said. And then it says the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration, and time. Thank you, Most High Source, for closing all gates, channels, portals, and doors that you do not want open. May you cover, shield, and protect my spiritual space and all things that are around me, my physical spaces. Thank you. Thank you, Archangel Michael, standing guard at every portal, every gate, every door. But yeah, when I get pissed off, I get creative. I don't know about anybody else. It's like that movie that I was watching, Bruised, with Halle Berry. It was a really good movie. The boy's father wound up getting killed, and she was famous at one point. And she just chose to not be famous anymore and do something different. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. But she was going through a lot. You know, she had a lot of relationships around her. She had a toxic mother that was on drugs and stuff and that, you know, didn't care about her well-being. You know, she was a survivor of rape and abuse because her mother would bring boyfriends in and harm her children. You know what I'm saying? Well, harm her child because I think she only had one. But that was just the story of it. But after a while, she got her victory. She left the freaking toxic ass, abusive ass, so-called manager, hashtag boyfriend. You know, she took her son. She did her best. She did the right thing. And I know she was scared as hell, and sometimes it is. It's scary to know that you got the future in your hands and you got to raise it. It's an uncertain thing. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. But keep moving, keep going. I don't know who need to hear this, but I know I needed to receive it today. I'm going to replay it and see what it says because I don't be knowing what I be saying until I replay the message. And I'm like, oh, thank you, Most High. You know, thank you for working well with me. And it says the seeds of Minnetonka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. So thank you, Most High Source, for bringing my unconscious thoughts back into the light so that I can assist others on their journey as you will guide me to. Star Keeper, cosmic ancestors, see the light by staying grounded. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you up. There was a lot trying to get me out of my My grounding state. Oh, excuse me. That you see that confirmation? I'm belching like a mother, y'all. Clearing it out. But it ain't no need to be upset and mad, because you know why? Most High gonna make everybody let that go. Even when you let all the bad stuff go and you release it and you move forward, Most High gonna clip everything up off of us that tried to hold on to us, try to hook themselves back into our lives, you know? And then it says, trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Time is never running out. I think I already read that already. But if I did, maybe somebody needed to hear it again. I probably did too. But I thank you all for coming on to my channel. You know, this is Shug. Welcome to Taj the Cherokee TV. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep the name the same. But, you know, Most High told me to take back my name. And my name is Shug. And that name is special to me. And it has nothing to do with a movie star or none of that shit. It has to do with my childhood. You know? I've been called Sugar since a baby, honey. But let's see. We ain't got to defend our character no more, Source said. It's already defended. So right now I'm pulling from my, what is the name of this deck, y'all? 1 second. What's the name of this deck? I'm working on getting my creative space back in alignment, so that's why y'all seeing black right now. And black is beautiful. That's okay. As long as you hear the sound of my voice, you good money. But this is my manifesting and affirmations deck. And the first card I seen on the top of the deck is I am strong. You know, we like to convince ourselves all the time how strong we are. Most people are usually strong when they got a whole crowd with them or a whole freaking crew with them. That's when people are strong. But if you had to stand strong by yourself with no team except for your spiritual team, then you's a bad bitch, Most High said. Being in total control of herself. Yes. I received that message from Miss Inyala at one point in my life when I was observing her videos. Bitch meaning being in total control of her mother freaking self. You heard me? Because sometimes people try to get you screwed up because they think, oh, she's kind, she's a pushover. Nah, I'm kind because I ain't trying to fuck your ass up. I'm kind because I ain't trying to freaking go to freaking JIL. I'm kind because that is what I choose to do. You know what I'm saying? But now it's time to cut ties. You know, it's time to cut ties. Work and career. It says I am successful in every role that comes my way. So everything that you touch, baby, it's going to be gold because we gold. You know what I'm saying? I had a wise man tell me that my wings were gold. Like when they look at me, they see my aura and they say, damn, your wings are fucking gold. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we can't see us the way other people are designed to see us. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, well, what do you see in my eyes? And they said, the mother freaking universe, baby. So know that you the universe, babe. You know what I'm saying? We just got to stay in alignment with believing and knowing it. And I know sometimes, you know, when things is happening, it brings your confidence down a little bit, and that's okay. Spiritual development is on the way. It says, I am guided by my higher self, which always wants the best for me. So thank you for my higher selves that want the best for me, for protecting me from the ones that never did. And I'm grateful for those that you assisted utilizing as a catalyst to get me on to the right path and put me on the right path the way I'm destined to be. And that's what that is, y'all. But that's the message I got for today. You know, I'll be having some messages coming soon. I'm still working on things. I got a lot going on. I'm clearing things out. But I have to put my health and my household first. And they always say health comes way before wealth. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes, you know, that wealth may rain down on you so that you can do what you need to do for your health, is what I heard. I don't know who need to hear that, but shoot. Hey, rain it down, Most High. So we could show these motherfuckers what's really popping, what's really, really good. You know what I mean? We ain't out here trying to cause hate on nobody. We're not out here causing harm. But let me tell you something. Pride, Most High will snatch somebody's pride and make them apologize to you when they know they did some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? I promise you that. But anybody that put their hands on you or your children without Most High God's permission, oh, their hands about to get cut off, Most High said. I heard savage mode. Our ancestors on savage mode right now. So that's why you got to make sure you give them the offerings, the food that they require. You know, make sure you feed in whatever it is that you need to feed. Most High God says, do what's best for your soul and for your movement and for your body. You know? Thank you, Spirit. Any other messages? But yeah, you know, when I pop out, I'll pop, you know, when I pop out, it'll pop off. But right now I'm working on me, and I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay with not being a freaking effed up person doing mean shit to people. It says, I attract only positive, supportive, fun-loving people into my life. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Not phony people that act like they positive and supportive and fun-loving, but genuine, authentic people who are positive, supportive, fun-loving people. And sometimes we try to warn people, you know? We try to warn them because sometimes these fools will try to take advantage of good kindness. And then Most High God got to put their foots, I heard foots, on their necks. Oh, that's some deep shit, y'all. Thank you, Spirit, for covering me. But yeah, you know, I had a lot going on. My baby was under the weather and stuff like that, so I just been keeping it pushing. I hear, keep on moving. Don't stop by the hands of time. So, keep moving and don't stop. But if you gotta stop, know that things are still moving. Even when you're using your mind, things are still moving. You know what I'm saying? I hear, you took the clothes off my back. Oh man, I probably have to play that. And sometimes people try to take the food off your plate and then they'll wind up choking, wondering why they starving now. Because they done did some fuck shit. But it says, today I offer myself the unconditional love and respect I deserve. And that is the card I'm going to leave y'all with. But I was called to also pull from my Deja Druid deck, Peace, Healing, and Light, to all that I am grateful for. We got to stay grateful. Even when things is trying to piss us off, we got to stay grateful. Grateful that we have self-control to not punch nobody in the fucking face, is what Most High said. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people take your kindness for weakness and think that you're here to be played with. We're not here to fucking be played with. We ain't trying to freaking control nobody, but we also stand in our own power and authority to let a motherfucker know, nah, you ain't playing with me. I call all my power back. I call all my energy back. I call all my power back. And anybody that's pretending with my energy, I call it back. Across all universal multi-dimensions, direction, space, and time, and I leave all things with what is theirs. And we let it be. Let's see what Deja Druid deck is speaking of. The first card that dropped out is, I am a great problem solver. So even when we don't have the full answers, that's a good thing. Because sometimes Most High is clearing out things so that good things can come through. And it says, I am beautiful. May you never forget how beautiful you are. You know, and understand and overstand that there's nothing on this earth that will stop your purpose but you. Most people like to cast them illusions. Them shits is being broken down. Them motherfuckers is going to be drowning in their own illusions in a minute, Most High says. I don't know who that is, but shit, I'm just the messenger. Just here to deliver the message. Thank you, Source. I am blessed, abundant, and highly favored. And see, when people see you like that, they already know what it is. They just be trying to get a little bit up off you. Let me get a little crumb, you know? You know, that's what most people like to try to do. Take from your energy, but Most High gonna only give them crumbs. Most High God ain't gonna give them the full cake. You understand what I'm saying? Understand and overstand that. But it says, I have a higher purpose. I have a higher purpose than most can possibly imagine. Because I am purpose. On purpose. You heard me? Hopefully y'all appreciate those, or should I say, are grateful for those beautiful words that I was guided to put out with mantras. Feel free to remix them how you like, baby. And know that, remember, anything you need to know about in the description box below. Thank you for all of your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your donations. But this will probably be the last message I do for a little bit, because I got to get a new phone. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's see, Spirit. I'm pulling from my Medicine Woman deck. Thank you, Source, for all the good medicine that you abundantly overflow into our lives. Thank you. Yeah. But listen, Just be grateful for Divine Mother. You know what I'm saying? Be grateful for Divine Mother. Spirit of fire, shine your power unreservedly. Unreservedly. Thank you, fire, for working well with me. Thank you, water, air, spirit, for working well with me. Thank you, Divine Most High Mother, for working well with me. Because I'm not going to hold you up. My truth, I was literally getting angry for a minute. And I think I was getting angry because it was just, no matter what I was striving to do, it was so much people trying to put their hands in my shit. And then we got the spirit of air. A favorable wind is blowing on your life. So let me tell y'all something. When people doing them rituals, they better be mindful who they doing them rituals on, Most High said. Better be mindful. Them full moon rituals gonna fuck people up, Most High God said. If you ain't doing it from a righteous space, Most High God said it's gonna fuck y'all up, so y'all better do right. Empowerment. Assert yourself and shine your power now. Which is a 35, which is an 8. Infinite love, infinite abundance. We don't lack for want for nothing. You know, and when we assigned to do it, Most High God said we're gonna do it big, big. I don't know what that means, but hey, we're gonna do it big, big. But there's people out here, if they owe you an apology, they gonna have to give it. And if they don't give it, that's okay, because you know why? Most High gonna handle it, is what I heard. I don't know what that means. I heard I got it. Most High said I got it. I keep hearing that Jay-Z song, fuck with me, you know I got it. Peace, healing, and light. Excuse me. Thank you for protecting my chakra system. And my digestive system. Thank you for protecting every system that's attached to my body. But it says, healing family lines. Free yourself from secrets. Discover the hidden treasures of your heritage. We're all in the process of learning that, especially if you come from broken families, broken homes. You know, we just say, Most High God, mend it, fix it. Fix it, baby, yeah. I want to need you to fix it, baby. And then I pulled out authenticity. I opened the way of truth, for I am truth, and truth is me. So, those who could not accept the truth when you were speaking it, eventually are going to find out the truth, Most High says. Not sure what that means, but that is what I heard. Those who lied on your character, your name, they are going to reap the seeds that they have sown in this season. No matter what they thinking, no matter what delusionary thing that got them thinking that they got you, Most High God gonna handle all of that. So, with that being said, y'all, I'm about to get up off of here and take my shower and relax, my shower of love. And may you all be well in this season of life, and trust and know that Most High is in full control. So peace and abundant great rise. And to all of you, may you receive what it is that you deserve to receive in this season. And anything that's not for you, it's going to fall away. 33 on the clock. Anyway, y'all, peace and bliss. Shug out.